Yo, what is going on? Welcome into today's video. For you guys here today, we've got episode 3 of Esoteric Profitability. I know we've got a different background. We're sitting in the vet. I'm warming the car up before I take my girlfriend to Nashville. I'm going to go cop the new AP watch with Swatch, and then I'm going to get something else while I'm there. So you guys will see that in the next vlog. It's going to be awesome. But I did want to sit down before the weekend hits so I can talk to you guys about what I want to talk about today. And I originally recorded a different video before this, and then I canceled it because I felt like I couldn't get my words out good enough. So now we're on to a different topic, and I'm going to save the old one for the next video. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of meditation with trading and in your life in general. This isn't going to be a video of me just saying meditation is important, it clears your mind, because everybody knows that. I'm going to give you actionable steps, I'm going to teach you about it, and exactly how I use it to, benefit my life and how I believe it changed my life. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. So, the first thing I want to mention is the definition of meditation. Meditation is to sit at peace with yourself and reach stillness in the mind. You can do like the breath work meditation, you can do mantra where you're actually like humming and saying things. You can also, I forget what it's called, but you can genuinely do like dancing while you meditate. Yes, that's a real thing. I forget what it's called, but you basically move your body in rhythm with your breathing. Very interesting. I have not tried it. I have no hate against it if you do that. But yeah, so meditation, the end goal is to reach stillness, to reach basically oneness with yourself, okay? Now, I treat meditation a little bit differently. I believe meditation is to get yourself at stillness and at one with God and your future and reality. And I believe that you can change reality most effectively once you are inside meditation. Now, the first thing I want to say is that I know a lot of people have mentioned this to me before, and they've said, Gus, I am not able to get my mind decluttered when I am meditating. So I'm going to give you an actionable step right now on what you're going to do. First, you can either do this by yourself or use an app. I recommend using this app. It's completely free. This is not a sponsored post. I swear to God, I've been using this since 2021. It's called Medito, M-E-D-I-T-O. I've genuinely just been giving these guys free advertisements for the past year of my teaching. But they have this like little challenge thing, and you just meditate each day, and it keeps your streak. I recommend going on there and doing 3 minutes of meditation. And if you don't want to use an app, just set an alarm on your phone and do 3 minutes of meditation. And the thing is, you might realize some of you guys might, get to stillness in your mind, but some of you guys might not. Your mind might be cluttered. Okay, what I do and what really helped me is I will sit there and I will meditate and I'll count, my like breath going in. So go 1, and the exhale will be 2, and I'll try to get to 10 without thinking of something different. Okay, and that usually helps me. And if I get to 7 and I think of something random, I'll restart it. And it's really a nice challenge because it forces you to focus and basically block out the rest of the noise. It's very interesting. Now, another thing I can mention, now we're starting to tap into the Esoteric Profitability series right here. Whenever you close your eyes, point your eyes up to the middle of your head, okay? Pineal glands, I'm sure you guys have heard of this, third eye. The thing is, you can believe in it or you don't want to, but you will notice that when you go to look up there with your eyes, you physically feel a ton of force, obviously from your eyes moving that way, because obviously when you roll your eyes back as well, you feel a little bit of strain, but you feel something weird. I can't explain it. You go try it right now. Literally close your eyes and then point your eyes kind of up, like in a triangle, all the way up, and then point them up to kind of your forehead in the middle right here. And it literally helps you so much deepen your concentration, and it keeps you dialed in. That is something that I found out by myself, and then as I started reading books around the topic, I realized this is actually a practice people do. So that's something that you can try that's very interesting. But here is why I think it is important, and here's kind of my actionable steps with it. So I use meditation whenever I am about to trade, when I wake up in the morning, and also whenever I am manifesting the future and trying to change, or not trying, changing my reality. So we're going to first start with changing my reality. first thing you're going to do is you're going to sit down. You're not going to have a timer. You're going to sit down, no distractions, no phone, no nothing. You're going to sit down, close your eyes, and you're going to start imagining your dream life. Now, here's the part where everybody messes this up with manifestation itself, is they don't do it while they're meditating. You need to be still. You need to be just literally only thinking about what you want, okay? And what I would do is I will sit there and I will literally think, okay, my dream life, I'm sitting on the beach trading from my laptop and I just hit TP. So that's like some people's kind of imagery of what they're thinking of, but I'm going to take it a step farther, okay? Well, what beach am I at? Okay, say you're on Miami Beach, okay? And you can, literally, like, you can hear the birds chirping in the background. You can hear the waves, okay? You can feel the sand between your toes. You can, imagine the color of your phone and laptop that you were trading from. You can imagine the colors of the candles, okay? You can hear freaking order filled, okay? You can hear all of that kind of stuff. You can feel it. And you'll start to realize while you are manifesting and meditating at the same time, you are truly feeling that. And the more you feel something, and the more that you imagine something, you are teaching your subconscious mind that it is 10 times easier to get there, okay? I got my first payout after I realized that I could just trick myself into getting a payout by just saying over and over and feeling that I've already gotten a payout. I would watch people online click the request payout button. I would physically think of what it would feel like, how my mind and body would feel when I'm clicking the payout button, okay? And within a month, I got my first payout after trading for a year without ever getting one, okay? So it is so important to understand that that actually works. I think that is the most powerful thing you can do because you're manifesting while you're meditating. You're sitting at stillness with yourself and imagining the future, and you're feeling the future, and you're bringing it to the current reality, okay? And by doing that, you're also tuning your vibration to that new reality. So see how I'm kind of combining everything we've already talked to, and we're all kind of throwing it into one practice. So this is a very actionable practice you can actually do, okay? Now let's talk about the next thing. Meditating before the charts. I like to do this from 3 to 5 minutes, and I like to sit there and try to get to stillness and basically keep my body calm. So I usually do this after I wake up, so I'm already very calm, and it's a lot easier when you don't have any distractions because you're not thinking about too much. You might be thinking about the dream you had last night, but that's easy to kind of push away compared to if you're trying to meditate after a busy morning of you doing 50 things. You've already watched TikTok, you've seen like 50 to 100 videos. You'd be so surprised by how many videos you watch in the morning if you freaking doom scroll in the morning. A lot of you guys are doing it, you don't even realize it. I've been victim of this, so I've been locked in. I haven't been doing it, but it's so much easier when you're already kind of at a blank slate. So I'd recommend doing it after you wake up and before the charts, okay? You're gonna sit there and you're just gonna basically just breathe. You're gonna breathe, you can focus up here, and you're just gonna try to clear your mind. And then what I like to do is I like to not exactly always clear my mind at the very end of the session, but I'll start saying my positive affirmations to myself once I'm still and I'm really concentrated. Because you want to be giving emotions and you want to be giving as much concentration to whatever you're going to be affirming to yourself. Okay, so I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say, I am profitable. I followed my rules today. I followed my rules today. I am profitable. So notice how I'm not saying that I will follow my rules today. I'm not saying I will be profitable. I'm saying I already am. So I'm already going into the market that trading day with that energy that I'm already profitable, and that makes it 10 times easier to make the right decisions. And I'm not saying decisions of, are we going to go higher? Are we going to go lower? I'm saying decisions psychologically. I'm not really going to like full part an account whenever I just sat there and told myself I'm profitable and that I follow my rules. Okay. So you see how that kind of aligns? You're putting yourself in the right headspace, but you're also aligning yourself with the profitability frequency, okay? That is very important. So notice how everything I've mentioned is relating to one another, okay? So now, the next thing, meditation with God. This one's very important, and this is what the next video is going to be about. It's going to be basically your relationship with God and why it is important as a trader and to be successful in general. So, meditation with God is the most important one you can do. You sit there, you meditate just like how you would do the other ones, but you just start with prayer, okay? No distractions, no nothing. You start with prayer, and you keep the conversation. Even when it seems, shout out FedEx, ran behind me, your boy's getting a package. But you're going to sit there and you're going to talk to God. You're going to sit in prayer and you're just going to keep talking. And I really mean keep talking until you can't talk anymore. You're going to say everything that's on your mind. You're going to say everything that you are going to have in the future. You're going to ask God to align yourself with those things. You're going to ask God that make sure these things are the right decisions. And if they're not the right decisions for me, then do not put them in my life. And you're going to sit there. And the hardest part is, I get questions of people saying, Gus, I had a question on stream the other day, how do I get right with God? That is not something I can answer for you. But what I can tell you to do, a good start, is to sit there, close your eyes, meditate, and start in prayer, and just start talking. You don't have to know what you're going to talk about. You just start talking. You could literally start talking about some bullshit, and then your mind will start to kind of, get to the point of where you've realized what you want to talk about. Okay? You have to understand that meditation and being at stillness with no distractions, you are literally at your highest bit of how would I say this? Basically your highest bit of, consciousness. Okay, the highest level, that's the word. I don't know why it took me so long to think of level, but you're at your highest level of consciousness. Nothing can break you. You're literally in flow state while talking to God. So it is so much easier to talk to God and get influence from God and feel the divine. But when you're sitting there every single day, this is why we mentioned this a little bit in the last video, and this is going to be a future video. The world and the industry and the government is going to do everything they can do to break, your, connection with God and your connection with yourself, and make it hard for you to meditate. It used to not be hard for people to meditate. I want you to keep that in mind. People could literally just close their eyes, and I'm not saying they could just immediately do this, but it was 10 times easier for them to close their eyes and reach stillness faster. But now, I have people, like my girlfriend, I've been helping her meditate. The first thing she said to me is, I cannot get my mind to go still no matter how long I try. So that's why I'm giving you guys actionable practices, but the government's trying to make it hard for you to do this stuff. They do it by, overloading your dopamine receptors, so it's hard for you to stay calm and not looking at TikTok, or you don't see any distractions, you're not taking dopamine hits, because you're doing the most anti-dopamine thing. You're eliminating every single outside distraction, and you're focusing within and up with God. So, that is the importance of meditation with trading your life and to be successful. Okay? I know this is a bit of a shorter video, but this is kind of a shorter topic. But those are the 3 things that I use meditation for, and I believe changed my life. And those were actionable steps that you guys can take to be doing this, to change your life. Okay? Now remember, this isn't me trying to push my ideas on any of you guys. I'm just simply telling you what has worked for me, and what I believe in, and what I think could maybe help you. So go try it out. If you don't believe me, don't try it out. If you want to experiment, go try it out, and I promise that it will help you. I've had countless students been telling me the things I've been talking about in Esoteric Profitability episodes 1 and 2. I've helped them out tremendously, and that is changing their outlook on life. So I just want to say I'm proud of all of you guys that have been watching to this point, because every single time I release one of these videos, I like to go to the viewer retention, and I love to see it just drop off and drop off and drop off, because a lot of people cannot make it to this point. They don't have the discipline because the government and the industry has ruined their brains with dopamine. They made it hard to watch 13 minutes into a video without having to scroll away. Also, another thing I wanted to mention is that I am purposely losing views and getting shadow banned on platforms to talk about stuff like this, because people aren't going to believe in this. This is not something that's going to make you go viral. This is something that I'm watching my views go lower for, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because I truly want to help as many people as possible. But the thing is, the wide masses in the population is not going to align with the stuff I'm talking about. And that's because, if you're watching this point, you clearly believe in this at least a little bit. And it's worth trying. So I would just want to say that thank you for watching this point, because I'm making the video for you, the person watching to this point. I'm not making it for the, 43,000 followers I have on Instagram, the 10,000 on YouTube. Because there's only a select few still watching to this point. So I just want to say I'm proud of you, and you were truly doing the right thing to be watching to this point and to be really hearing me out, because it's something a lot of people can't do. A lot of people can't even stay focused to this point in the video because they want to scroll away, click onto something that'll, some freaking doom scrolling BS, okay? So, once again, I am proud of you. You were doing the right thing, and keep that up. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that I haven't plugged this in any single video for the past couple of videos, but I wanted to let you guys know that I just released a book inside of the Inner Circle called The Code. And this is essentially the 12 laws of profitability and being successful in your life. It talks about everything that I've been talking about on the Esoteric Profitability series and aligning it with trading and basically identity and the laws that you need to follow to become profitable. There's also a new daily discipline section where it is the best discipline thing you can possibly implement in your life, where you basically write down one thing that made you a profitable trader today. Very awesome. I share my analysis inside there as well. And you can now climb ranks inside of the Inner Circle, where you guys unlock new things. The more dedicated and more disciplined you are, the more consistent you are with posting in your trade journal, you unlock new things, you get rewards and stuff like that. So I wanted to let you guys know that because I added all of this stuff, I believe it is undervalued at what it is right now. I'm doing a small sale and then I'm raising the price. This is serious. This video wasn't meant to try to be like some sales pitch. That's why I saved this to the very end, because I know not that many people are going to see it. But right now, there's the biggest sale I'm doing on the Inner Circle before raising the price, because I do want to make it more exclusive, because I want people who are actually dialed in. People like my one-on-one students, they're the most dialed in people I've ever seen in my entire life. And I know that whenever you do raise the price, it does attract more people who are serious. So, for those of you guys who are serious because you've watched this far into the video, I want to let you know that right now it is on sale for the last time ever before I raise the price. It is going to be the second link in the description right below the free 6-hour course. So, I will be ending the sale on Monday morning. So, you guys go have at it, and I'll see you guys inside the Inner Circle. And if not, I'll see you guys in the next video. But remember, I'm proud of you. You were making the right decision by watching these videos and taking notes, and I truly believe in you that you will change your life, and you will become profitable, and you will prosper. I love you guys. God bless. Peace.